And today you can start voting early here in Georgia, in addition to deciding who you want to vote for.
Remember, you have options for when and how to vote. So this morning, Fariha Abrar is here to share what you need to know before casting your ballot. Good morning, Fariha.
Good morning. There's only 3 weeks left until Election Day, more specifically just 20 days. Now you have options for how, where, and when you want to vote. In addition to early voting kicking off today, thousands of Georgians requested mail-in ballots.
If you can't make it to the polls on Election Day or want to be a proactive citizen and get it done ahead of time, you can vote early now until November 1st, the Friday before Election Day. You can also request a mail-in ballot, but if you do that, Election Supervisor Tom Gillen says, get it done
as soon as possible.
Your ballot must be delivered at your precinct by 7 o'clock election night. The United States Postal Service recommends you send in your ballot at least a week before the deadline, Tuesday, November 5th.
They'll get there hopefully as soon as possible, but you want to get them back to us as soon as possible too.
You have 10 days from the first day of early voting to request an absentee ballot.
The last day to request one is October the 25th, but I wouldn't wait that long. If possible, I would get your request in sooner than that.
In addition to key information you need to know ahead of voting, the Secretary of State's My Voter page allows you to request your ballot.
If it has any issues there, you can email that ballot application into us and call down to the office and we'll give you the email address.
To ensure your vote is counted, do not mail your ballot on Election Day. The United States Postal Service advises you complete and send in your ballot at least a week before it's due on November 5th. But you can also drop it off at your polling place or Board of Elections office.
Just make sure all the form is properly filled out correctly, and hopefully there'll be no snags.
Gillen added they need everyone's mail-in ballot by 7 o'clock election night. However, no one's ballot is counted before the polls close.
All right, Freehan, thank you. Now, while rules for election workers have recently changed, hitting the polls should look the same for you. Before you walk into your precinct, make sure your phone is turned off and you have your government photo ID with you. That could be a driver's license, passport, student ID from a state university or public school, or a concealed carry permit. When you walk in, you'll see an attendant. They'll verify your information and give you a voter card. You'll insert your card, cast your vote through the touchscreen, print it, review it, and then put it in the tabulator. Now, Bibb County Election Supervisor Tom Gillen says, remember, this ballot process is different than back in May.
You won't request a particular party's ballot. That's only for a primary election when you have to choose which party you want to vote for. This one, you can pick all from one party, pick all from the other party, or you can pick back and forth whichever candidates you're interested in.
Another change from early voting in Bibb County. If you are elderly or disabled, you can vote at the courthouse annex at the Macon Mall.
Well, in Bibb, there are a few locations where people can early vote. The Bibb County Board of Elections, the Elaine Lucas Senior Center, and the Theron Ussery Community Center. Seniors 75 and older and people who are disabled can vote at the courthouse annex at the Macon Mall, as Caitlin mentioned just a few moments ago. Polling locations are open from 8:30 in the morning until 5:30 p.m. Saturday voting will be on October 19th and October 26th from 9 a.m. until 5 p.m. And for the first time, there will be Sunday voting on October 27th from 1 until 5.
Now, in Houston County, you can vote early at the Houston County Board of Elections, the Houston Health Pavilion Conference Center, Central Georgia Technical College, and the North Houston Sports Complex. Those locations are open from 8 to 5. Saturday voting will also be on October 19th and 26th. That'll be from 9 to 5. Voting locations and times will vary by each county, so go to the Secretary of State's My Voter page to see where you can vote early. And for more election information, just go to 13WMAZ.com. You'll find our 2024 election guide, and it breaks down everything you need to know this election cycle. We can also send that guide right to your phone. Just text the word VOTE to the number on your screen, 478-752-1309.